Okay, so we're going to start learning about web design today. I'm just going to give you a brief introduction to a couple of pieces today, and we'll add a couple of pieces each day as we progress through web design through completion, hopefully by this Friday. The first thing I want you to do is find the Google Apps icon, and I want you to go ahead and click on it, and we're going to find the Sites. So you can go ahead and click on Google Sites. You should get a window that looks similar to mine. Mine just has a bunch of other websites in it. Yours will be empty for now. Please make sure your neighbor has that information up now. If your neighbor's kind of lost and confused, will you help them out, point them to the right direction? Okay, we're going to go ahead and click on Create. Under Create, there's a couple of things that we can change here. We're not going to change them in this window because I'm going to show you how to change them in later lessons, and some of those in lessons that we'll have today. What I would like you to do here is to name your site. Your site is going to be named your last name, so I'm going to put in Hartley. Hartley's Internet Portfolio. You're not going to name yours Hartley. You're going to name yours your last name. And then I would like you to go ahead and click on Create. And then if you'll notice at the top of your screen it says that it is creating your site. Most of you should come up with a window that looks like mine. I'm just going to look around the room to make sure that happens. Everyone came up with that window perfectly. Awesome. Great. A couple of things that I want you to notice right now. This area at the top is what's known as your title bar. The area on the left-hand side is known as your links bar. Right now we don't have any links other than our home page and a site map. Down at the bottom, this is known as your contacts bar. Typically, the kind of information you would find in a contacts bar are ways to contact the company or whatever the website is representing. So you might find email addresses, phone numbers, maybe even a physical address for the place. Sometimes you're also going to find the webmaster information down there. In other words, who created the website for the person. Because we're using Google, there isn't one of those. It's Google Sites. And a lot of times you'll also find copyright information down there. The main body of your website is this area here. But all professional websites have a title bar, a links bar, a contacts bar, and a main body. Some sites will take the links bar and they'll put it up underneath of the title bar, and that's another professional way of doing it. Google Sites does provide that opportunity for us. It gets a little more advanced, and I'm probably not going to be teaching it to you. We're all going to have our links to the different pages of our website on the left-hand side. Now, right now our title bar is lame. Our title bar is kind of lame. It's a good thing we used a professional graphic design program to create a professional looking title bar. Okay? So, we're going to want to change this title bar. You're going to go up here into the More Actions icon. Most of what we're going to be learning about in web design is going to either come from Edit Site Layout or Manage Site. Today we're going to start by looking at Edit Site Layout. Make sure your neighbor has went ahead and clicked on that. Up at the top it says click on the parts of your site that you want to edit. We want to edit our title bar, so click on the title bar area. You should get a window that looks like mine. Next, our current domain default logo is the Bearworks logo. We don't want that in our website. We don't want that on our title bar. It has nothing to do with it. So we're going to choose a custom logo. And then we're going to go out and choose that file. Now that file happens to be our website title bar that we created in Photoshop. If you'll notice, in your U Drive Computers folder, there should be a picture titled Title Bar, and you see mine is called Title Bar. I'm going to go ahead and single click and open, or I could double click on that. Either way. And it should appear for you right in this area. Mine has an error, so I'm just going to go back out and reload it. In fact, let me close this window. Let me close this window. I'm just having an error, so I'm going to go back and open it back up. And notice it appears. Before we leave this window, I'm going to go up to the alignment. And we're going to change the vertical alignment to the top, because we want our title bar to appear as far towards the top as we can. Now I know there's a couple of students in here that have still not done their title bar project. Just follow me, watch me, so that you know what to do when it's time to get your title bar in there. Usually we're not. Anyway. Okay, change your horizontal to center. And then we're going to go ahead and choose OK. Now, I want you to notice something. Matter of fact, go ahead and turn your monitor off for a brief moment. Just your monitor. Okay, I want you to notice something up front. Now, I have a great looking title bar. I'm very happy with my title bar, but I'm not happy with the way it's being displayed, because right now, my title bar is being pushed clear off to the right. There's a couple of ways to fix that. One way, go into your original Photoshop document. If you remember, we made the height 0.7 inches, and that looks really good on the internet. The height of my title bar looks great. We made the width of our title bar 7.5, and that is coming out a little too long for the current theme that I'm using in my website. Based on the current theme I'm using in my website, it has my title bar shoved off to the right. That means for people to look at my website, they're going to have to scroll left and right. You don't ever want to make someone scroll left and right in your website. It annoys them, and they will exit and not use your website. Okay? So we don't want this to be off the screen like that. In that case, you have two choices. One, go back to your original Photoshop document, open it up, then also create a new blank file, set your dimensions to 0.7 high. Instead of 7.5 wide, you could choose 7 inches wide or 6.5 inches wide. And in this case, your resolution would be 150 pixels per inch. Okay? So you create a new document, take the old document, take the parts off of it, and place it on the new document. Save the new document as title bar 2 as a Photoshop document, and then save it a second time as a JPEG so you have a picture file. Then you're going to go back into the Edit Site Layout, click on the title bar, and you're going to select the new title bar. Okay? That make sense? Now, before I tell you the other way to fix this, I'm going to go ahead and close this page. It does not give me a way to save, so I'm going to go ahead and close. A second way to change your project, to change your title bar's the way it's laid out. Right now mine's pushed off to the right and it doesn't look good. Is to change the theme for your project. So I'm going to show you next how to change themes for your project. So I'm going to go up to the cog, More Actions icon. And this time, instead of going to Edit Site Layout where we changed our title bar, I'm going to choose the Manage Site. Under Manage Site, there's a lot of things here that we're going to eventually be learning. For right now, I'm going to go over to the left side where the links are, and we're going to choose Themes, Colors, and Fonts. Today, I'm not going to be teaching you about colors and fonts. I'm simply going to be teaching you about themes. Currently, we have the default base theme called Ski. If I click on the drop-down menu for those themes, I get all kinds of template themes. I'm going to find a template theme that I like for my project. Don't worry if you don't like it once you click on it, because all you have to do is go back up into the themes and choose a different one, and it will automatically change the theme for the entire website. I'm going to look for a theme that kind of has some of these same colors in it. I could go with like the vinyl panel or the leather panel. I see some green in it. I like this down here called Solitude Olive. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Solitude Olive. Look what happened to my title bar. It instantly shoved it over to the left because this theme does not have anything on the left-hand side. Okay? In this window, once you've made a change, it does require you to click on Save. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. Your changes have been saved. To go back to your website, you're going to click on the name of your website over in the links. And it's going to take you back to your website. Now, notice my title bar displays beautifully centered, looks great on my project, but I still have this. I'm going to show you tomorrow how to get rid of that. For right now, I'm happy with my theme. Today I have shown you how to use the More Actions to access Edit Site Layout and change your title bar. I've shown you how to use the More Actions to go to Manage Site, go into Themes, Colors, and Fonts, and change your theme. When you're happy, click Save. Go back and view your website. My changes have been saved. Okay?